Hello, friends and family. I'm here in the hopes that we together can find some light and wonder to help us through difficult times and possibly make some new good times as well together. I'm Olivia, and this was Olivia's Tarot and Coffee with Olivia. However, I am now lIVIA'S ASMR Tarot. You know, sometimes just the memory of something or someone can lift our spirits, like coffee with a friend. And yes, I like to imagine that you are really here with me. So I will pour us each a cup of hot, delicious coffee. For you and for me. You know, if this is not your treat of choice, go ahead and pause the video, take some time, go ahead and get up and get you a special treat, something that you like, that you'd like to share. Thanks for being here. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. So, I know it's not easy to find time for a sit down with a friend, so I really appreciate these moments. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a deep breath so I can center myself. Okay, this is a pick a card tarot reading featuring unintentional ASMR. If you're not sure what that means, you can see the definition in the description of this video. Now, if you've never done a tarot pick a card before, it's easy. Just follow along with the video. I do use timestamps, so you can use those to skip ahead to your pick. And do always remember that you are the master of your destiny, the creator of your path. So whatever the cards read, do take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Don't make life-altering choices or decisions based on this or any other video pick a card. And with that said, let's begin. I'm going to have a little sip of coffee. We're going to start with our Kranz deck, which is this one right here. Now, you can choose, I know this card topper is a little hard to see because it kind of blends in. By your card topper, which I have these pins or brooches here. I guess one is a barrette. Or you can use the deck, and I will tell you that each deck has its own little voice that goes with it. So anyway, we're going to start with Kranz, the Magician, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Star. The Star. It's simply about connecting to the part of you that is hopeful. If it's been a minute since you've been able to hope, then do yourself a favor tonight if possible. Make a point to look up at the sky after nightfall and make a wish. You don't have to wait for a shooting star. Just make a wish on the first star you see. If it's overcast, or if you live where there's a lot of light pollution and can't see the light that was once emitted by stars of long ago, then just do it in your mind's eye. Lie down in the grass and look up at the sky and make a wish. That's what this card asks of you. The Seven of Pentacles. Your mind has control over perception. That's a classic Kranz quote. Your mind has control over perception. She goes on to say, is it possible your rewards are waiting for you unrecognized? Remember, your rewards aren't always monetary. They're not always cash. They're not always Venmo. They're not always a fat bank account. Think about it. Meditate on it. You know, a gratitude list may be the medicine that you need right now. The Magician. The Magician tells you to take action. Don't be afraid to begin. You have the tools you need. You have the formula. Kranz says, embrace the speed and grace and ability of the wildcat. You have everything you need to succeed. The Magician is all about self-empowerment and action. To sum it up, you may have already gotten started. Maybe you've been going along and going along and going along, but you're not sure if anything is happening. Are your works making a difference? Is there any progress? Maybe you're ready to move on to something else, or you feel like you're just not getting results, and this reading says, to hope again. And then realize you're riding that bike all by yourself. Sometimes we get discouraged or knocked down or even knocked out. Don't just get up and brush yourself off. Get up and look back. Look how far you've come. Your reward is coming, I promise, if it's not already here. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw a card from the Healing the Mind and Spirit so we can get you a nice little affirmation to go with your reading today, and so that we can have some more like little shuffling sounds. Okay, we're going to pull your card from the bottom. Let's read the back first. Sometimes the most evolved souls take time. Oh, let me read that again. Sometimes the most evolved souls take the most challenging paths. Ooh, that's okay. So your affirmation is, I am aware that a life filled with difficulty is not a punishment. I like that. I don't always like the affirmations that come with this deck, but I do like that one. And that is your reading today. Look, if you have any questions, or if you, you know, put them in the description of the video. I'll get with you. I will. The description of it. Make a comment. I won't be soliciting you in the comments, but I will answer your questions in the comments. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. This is a new deck. I don't think I've used this one before in this setting. It's the True Heart Intuitive Tarot. You can see the box right there. It was a gift, and I appreciate all of you that have sent gifts. Your first card is the Five of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and then the Eight of Wands. Let's move that. We'll put this here. Okay, I'm going to have a sip of coffee and then we'll get started. Five of Cups. Look at that. Isn't that a great picture? I'm really, these cards are new to me, but they're pretty exciting for me. The Five of Cups. Expectation is the root of all heartache. That's an old quote. When we experience disappointment, our expectations are out of line with reality. This card in this deck asks you to release your grievances, accept things as they are, and seek closure. A quote from our True Heart Intuitive Tarot reading: attempts to control situations that are no longer serving you are draining your energy. It's time to let go and let God. Your next card here is the Seven of Wands. You may feel defeated, and maybe you are. Take that angry, hurt energy and put it to work. Look inward to find your convictions. Regroup. Find your power. Instead of feeling defensive, focus on your communication. Instead of trying to control others, get a hand on what you can control more effectively: yourself. The Eight of Wands is a card calling for action. My nickname for this card is Get Back to Basics. Now, you can take this literally or metaphorically, but if you don't know exactly what action needs to be taken, then clean. Start at the beginning. Make your bed. Go inside to outside, beginning to end. Clean your house, then your porch, then your car, then your desk, and so on. Whatever order makes sense to you, okay? Basically, you're getting back to self. Also, side note, trust your psychic energy. In summary, this whole reading reminds me of the Serenity Prayer that goes something like this: God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Now, go get your power back, make yourself understood, get your side of the street clean, and see how much easier life becomes. Now, we're also going to give you an affirmation from our Healing the Mind and Spirit deck. Draw from the bottom. You will not die when your body dies. A part of you goes on. You will be reunited with your loved ones because they are also immortal. Well, some of us believe that, some of us may not. That's okay. Let's see what your affirmation is. I am an immortal spiritual being. As I've said, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. If this reading did not resonate you, go ahead and check out the next one, because that just may be what you need. Okay, let's move right along to our puppy pin and our everyday witch tarot. I'll turn the page on my notes. Seven of Wands. Nine of Wands. Page of Cups. Okay, here we go. Get ready. Ready or not, here I come. Okay, wait a minute. I'm going to have a sip of coffee first. Okay, Seven of Wands. The everyday witch tells us you have probably been fighting a tough battle for some time. The energies around you may be many, but you have held your ground. Ask yourself, who or what is your enemy? Are they a true imminent threat at this moment? Whatever your answer is, take a breath and then take things one at a time, one day at a time, one moment at a time, one breath at a time. Even a soldier needs to breathe. Seven of Wands coupled with the Nine of Wands reminds me of a term, hyper alert trauma response. Again, take a beat to breathe. Let's go ahead and do that right now. My goodness, this is a heavy one. Okay. One of the things about soldiers is that they are courageous, tenacious, and ruthless, as they need to be in order to survive. Once home and safe, warriors have a difficulty integrating into civilian life. Not all of us hearing this reading are actual soldiers of a physical war. No, many of us are fighting cancer or other debilitating illnesses, addiction, traumatic home life, mental illness, poverty, many others. Many of us are dealing with things not named here or several of these at once. So here comes the Page of Cups. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. This beautiful youth. I have to take a breath. There is hope, okay? This beautiful youth filled with love calls on all of us. Be we warriors of the heart, body, and soul to play, to create, to love, to breathe. Of course, a little 3-card reading won't solve your problems in 2 minutes, so bear with me here. The Page of Cups, or Page of Hearts, says that we can create ourselves anew. He tells us to get a hobby, go to therapy, think outside the box. Just as physical therapy can ease our pain in our muscles and body, our hearts and minds could use some expert help. I would like to remind you that I'm not a doctor, so don't take medical advice from me, but the spirited page, sometimes known as a knave, may say, go see a play therapist, a sex therapist, an EMDR therapist. You get the picture. In summary, life is traumatic. Breathe. Have fun. Seek help. This is hard, but you've got this with help. Okay, let's get you. Goodness, that was heavy duty, man. Let's get you a mind and spirit card. As you can see, I'm not the most adept shuffler. Okay, we're going to cut the deck and pick from the bottom. Love is the energy that fills the universe. Love fills every cell of your body, every atom of your being. Your affirmation: I remember that only love is real. Oh, that's a really nice card for that reading. I really hope this film takes, because I really like that affirmation for that card. That's the one thing that changes if I have to do a retake, is our Healing the Mind and Spirit card. But we do what's meant to be, right? It's all meant to be. We're okay. All right, let's go to the Cat Tarot. Now, the Cat Tarot is usually a little bit lighter, but you'll see. If it doesn't resonate with you, pick another one, okay? All right, let's see what we have here. The Four of Treats, which is also the Four of Pentacles. The Two of Treats. Oh, just so you know, these cards were both drawn upside down. We do read reversals. I'm not going to show them in reverse, because why? I'm just going to tell you that they are in reverse. This one was not. This one was upright. And so let's get started. Let's have a little talk about what we've got going on here. I'm going to take a little sip of coffee first. Man, I'm still getting chills from the reading before. Okay. The Four of Treats. Remember, I said it was reversed. That means it reads a little bit differently reversed. So let's just get started. The Cat Tarot says, kindly release your grip a tad. Not just to your insecurities, but also to your possessions. Listen, kitty cats. It's time to stop being so grabby and jealous and possessive. I promise. If you let go of control a little bit, amazing opportunities will present themselves. Also, it's time to try to give giving a try. It's always the season to give. If you don't know how, practice makes perfect. Now, these readings are for me too, not just for you. All right? So let's move on. Oh, try this. Buy or create or give of your time. Or give of your time. A gift for someone other than self. Make it something that you know they will truly treasure. Okay, Two of Treats, reversed. Stop overindulging. It's time to tighten your belt buckle, even if it's Gucci. And consider frugality. Luxury isn't just about the newest and latest, or even new to you vintage. Wear something more than twice, seriously. With these two cards together and them both being drawn upside down, it's time to work that look smarter. Learn some restraint. Hey, I can't help it if the cat cards are catty. Okay? But for the good news, card number 3 sums it all up with the Nine of Treats. You won't have to budget forever, okay? No need to give up your favorite coffee. Just get your priorities and finances in order. And the rewards will include opportunity, long-lasting happiness, and true comfort. Let's get you a Healing the Mind and Spirit card. So, yeah, these readings, man. Let's go ahead and cut the deck, and we'll drive from the bottom, and we'll get your words. Make a powerful impact, and they're not easily forgotten. Wounds inflicted by words of anger or hate can last a very long time. Forever. Your little affirmation here is, as I think before I speak. If you picked the cat deck, you got a little fussed at, didn't you? Well, that's the way it goes. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed these readings. I hope it brought you something, some pleasure, something. Remember to always stay true to yourself, okay? We are at our best when we stand in our truth with our hearts open to one another. Please comment and like if this reading resonated with you. I love to hear your stories in the comments, but do remember I will never solicit you in the comments or otherwise for readings. If you do want a private reading from me, do come find me on Keen. That information is in the description of the video. Hit that notification bell so you'll know when I upload new content, and subscribe to my channel. But most importantly, come back. I have the safe space here for you wherever you are. Love the Creator, love each other, and learn to love by practicing love on yourself. And I will see you later or next time or whenever that might be. Woo-hoo-hoo.